Okay, we're going to start our reading lesson. Yesterday, we started reading Stand Tall, Molly Lou Mellon. Give me a thumbs up if you remember reading this book. All right, thank you. Yesterday, we started reading this, and we talked about a strategy yesterday. That strategy was called visualizing. Raise your hand if you remember what visualizing means. What did we do yesterday? Yes.
You didn't show us the pages.
Right. I did not show you the pages or the pictures. I just read it to you, and you had to visualize. You had to listen. You had to listen carefully, and you had to make a picture in your head, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, today we're going to use a different strategy. You girls, put your hands down, please. Today we are going to make connections. We made connections last week when we read Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, and we talked about how the letters were hurt when they fell down the tree, and then you guys wrote about a time when you were hurt. Well, today we are going to read our book again, and Molly Lou Mellon was being teased. So you're going to think about a time when you heard someone being teased, okay, and what you've done to help. Raise your hand if you can tell me what it means to be teased. What does teased mean? Yes.
Like you're being, someone's being mean to
Yeah.
someone.
Yep, someone's being mean to someone.
The
Keely?
word in the market. Rude to him.
Yep, maybe being rude to them. What else, Alex?
Or
Teased.
being rude.
Being rude, honest. What else could it mean to be teased?
Or telling them something that's not actually true.
Yeah. Or what about name calling?
No.
Is that nice?
No.
No. So someone could tease, like, remember Molly Lou Mellon had buck teeth, and remember Ronald kept making fun of her teeth, and lots of things. So as we read our story, I want you to think about a time when you have heard someone else being teased and what you did to help that, okay? Stand Tall, Molly Lou Mellon. Written by Patty Lovell, illustrated by David Catro. David. Molly Lou Mellon stood just taller than her dog and was the shortest girl in first grade. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Walk as proudly as you can, and the world will look up to you." I like how all my friends right here are being so respectful as I'm reading. Thank you. So she did. Molly Lou Mellon had buck teeth that stuck out so far she could stack pennies on them. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Smile big and the world will smile right alongside you." So she did. Yeah, but remember, we don't want to make fun of people for that. Do you think she can help having teeth that look like that? No, that's just how she was born. Molly Lou Mellon had a voice that sounded like a bullfrog being squeezed by a boa constrictor. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Sing out clear and strong, and the world will cry tears of joy." We talked about yesterday that having a voice that sounds like a bullfrog being squeezed by a boa constrictor, we talked about how that was probably not a very good sound, was it?
Yeah.
So she did. She still sang. She didn't care what her voice sounded like. Molly Lou Mellon was often fumble-fingered. What did we talk about fumble-fingered meant? Does anyone remember? Alex? Use your picture to help you. What?
Dropped the plates.
Yeah, she might have dropped things easily. She might have been clumsy, or she might fall easily, like I'm clumsy. Molly Lou Mellon was often fumble-fingered. She didn't mind. Her grandma had told her, "Believe in yourself, and the world will believe in you too." So she did. Look at that crazy picture.
It's talent.
It is talent.
It is talent.
Then Molly Lou Mellon moved to a new town. She had to say goodbye to her grandma and all of her friends.
And then
I can't even imagine having to move away from my grandma and start a new school.
I haven't seen that.
On the first day of school, school, Ronald Durkin called her Shrimp-hoo in gym class. And when the game started, Molly Lou Mellon caught the football, ran under the legs of Ronald Durkin, and scored a touchdown. How do you think he felt after he just called her a mean name and then she scored a touchdown?
Good.
How do you think he felt?
Sad. Mad.
He might have felt silly. Do you think he looks kind of silly for making fun of her? Wow, she's good. And Ronald Durkin felt very foolish. So he felt silly. On the second day of school, Ronald Durkin called her Bucky Tooth Beaver. Molly Lou Mellon took out her pennies, stuck 10 high in her teeth, and smiled as big as day. All the children smiled with glee, and Ronald Durkin felt very foolish. So do you think making fun of her is making him feel good about himself? No. On the third day of school, Ronald Durkin said, "You sound like a sick duck. Honk, honk." Molly Lou Mellon sang out a quack so clear and strong that it made Ronald Durkin somersault backwards, hit his head, and have to go to the nurse. All the children cried with joy to be free of Ronald Durkin for the rest of the afternoon, and Ronald Durkin felt very foolish. So he keeps making fun of her. Is he making himself feel any better? No. On the fourth day of school, Ronald Durkin said that she'd made the snowflake all wrong. But Molly Lou Mellon opened up her paper and revealed the most beautiful snowflake of all.
That's a big one.
All the children oohed and awed, even Ronald. So there he made fun of her again. Do you think he felt better about himself?
Yeah.
You think he felt better about himself by making fun of someone else? No, putting someone else down doesn't make us feel better. On the fifth day of school, Ronald Durkin brought Molly Lou Mellon a stacking penny for her tooth and smiled at her. Oh, well that's a change. Yeah, he brought her a stacking penny.
I'll go for my dad. Got my dad.
That night, Molly Lou Mellon took out a pencil and paper and wrote to her grandma, "Dear Grandma, I wanted to tell you that everything you told me was exactly right.
That was her grandma.
Love, Molly Lou
It was
Mellon."
so small.
Raise your hand if you have a question. Yes, her grandma is very small. And her cat is really big. All right, Jolynn, it's not a toy. You need to keep it around you or keep it at your desk. So I want you to think. Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit of think time while I'm getting my board ready. I want you to think about a time when someone you know was teasing someone else.
Or us.
Yes, or you. Okay, think. I'm going to give you a little bit of quiet time to think. And then we're going to turn and we're going to talk to our neighbor. So think for a little bit so you have something to say. All right, I'm going to give you about 10 more seconds to think. All right, I want you to turn to a friend and tell them a time where someone was teased, or maybe your sister teased you or your brother teased you. Okay, tell that friend about that time. Go ahead and tell them. I'm just going to give you a few seconds. Go ahead and tell her. All right, turn to a different partner. Tell them.
I can't. There's no other partner. And you?
All right, and our body is fixed in 5, in 4, turned around facing our board, crisscross applesauce with a bubble in 3, ready to go in 2, and 1. Good, I heard some of you having conversations. Our page says, readers make connections. Molly Lou Mellon was being teased. Think about a time when you heard someone being teased. What What could you have done to help? Okay? Raise your hand if you can give me an example. Elena?
I didn't never see teasing me or someone else.
Okay, well listen to other people then, okay? And you can write about someone else's experience. Yes? Okay, well you can do that later. Yeah, that'll be okay. Alex, have you heard someone being teased before? Yes? Who? Your sister? Your sister's maybe teased you or someone else?
Somebody teased my sister.
Somebody teased your sister. Okay. Alexis? Carter, I need you to sit up, please.
Sometimes somebody teased my cousin Tiger.
Oh, okay. Yep, that's an example you can write about. And you're going to write that. Remember, this word is me. Me. We're going to draw that here. We're not going to even look at this one until we draw our example first. Okay? Jolyn.
Once my brother got teased.
Your brother got teased.
My sister got teased by my father.
Anyone else have an example? Cameron. All my friends are listening to Cameron.
My cousin Jay always teased me.
Oh, okay, that's an
Try
example.
bus with her.
Okay, so do you see this box that I am zooming in on?
And she always asks me to go outside.
Oh, well, that's not being mean. That's okay. You see this box that I zoomed in on? It says me. This is the box that you are going to go and draw about first. So if you were drawing a picture about someone that is being teased, do you think that this would be what you're going to draw? What do you think?
No.
Why do you guys say no?
No class, no eyes.
Well, what did I put up here?
A smile.
A smile. If you are being teased or someone is being teased, do you think you're going to be smiling and happy?
No.
No. You're probably going to be sad if someone is being teased. Or maybe if you are just witnessing someone tease someone, that is sad.
Why you tease
And-
someone else?
Yeah, I hope not. I hope my friends would know not to tease other friends because they know that that would make them sad.
Who is that?
I'm just drawing a friend.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Who
This
is
is someone who has been teased.
I've been teased. I've been teased. I've been teased. Not about you. Is it? A boy?
What else could I do to my picture to make it a little bit interesting?
And glass.
I could add hands.
And glass.
Oh.
And glass.
I didn't think about glasses.
I said glass. It's you got teased.
What about, maybe they're playing, I bet lots of friends get teased on the playground. I'm going to draw a swing set in the background.
You're getting teased in a playground.
Well, it's not me, it's just a friend that a picture that I drew. Okay? So make sure you add lots of things, and then I'm going to add the background. I'm not going to spend too much time though, because I want you to have plenty of time.
That glass.
These are the tire chips and rocks. Okay? In the playground. So you are going to go back and you are just going to fill out this one. After you fill out me, can you guys point to that word and say me? Me. Oh, now you can see all my friends looking right up here. Ready? Me. When you go draw your picture of a connection, after you do this, you're going to raise your hand and I'm going to tell you that you can go on and draw Molly Lou Mellon being teased. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I will leave my board frozen, that way you can look up at me to find the one that you're going to color in first.